you read it right. This is a message for you or anybody who's watching, right? That's why I labeled it a message for you. We'll get straight to the point. Oh, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you, right? Nobody really knows what's going to happen except God. That's it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But what we can do as people, we can make great choices. Well, I ain't gonna say great choices, but we can make smart, logical choices to help us speed up the process of accomplishing our goals. We definitely can do that. And those choices, those decisions that we make now, or whatever you're doing right now at this moment, no matter if you're 5, 55, or 105, the choices you make right now or the choices that you have made will affect you for the rest of your life. So be very mindful when it comes to choices, decisions, the crowd of people that you hang around, what you put into your mind, the things you watch, what you listen to. All of that plays a major part. Um, so I want to say about 5 years ago, about five. I don't think it was 5. I say maybe nah. I say about 4 years ago. Yeah, because it's 2025. So I'll say about 4 years ago, right? I encountered some money, and it's not my first time encountering like a lot of money. Because when I was younger, I played through a lot of money, spent a lot of money, saved a lot of money, blew through a lot of money. And one thing I can honestly say, right, is having that money, just the mental part of knowing that you have something does something extremely to it does something to your confidence. It boosts your confidence to a level where honestly sometimes it's hard for me to explain. I was looking at a interview Cam Newton had Christina Mackey. And I didn't really know who she was until I did some research. She used to go with Rick Ross. But she's an influencer. And she worked at, I think, Fox. And she said something that I kind of got upset with. But when I listened to what she said and I just let it sit and I pondered on it, uh, I understood what she said. She said, a man without money, like if you take the money away from the man, it takes away the confidence from the man. And I was like, not really, but she's definitely right about that. Especially if a man has earned those earnings, that financial backing, it definitely does something to a man. It puts your confidence level all the way sky high. Now, some people take it to their head and, they don't know how to act, while others, it enhances that individual. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, like, it's going to be hard out here. It's definitely going to be very difficult out here. In the world, it's difficult every single day. And I feel like it intensifies every single day. But if you stay focused and you have a goal, like, you have to get it done no matter what. Like, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be difficult. What do you want? Welcome to the chat. Andy, welcome to the chat. It's going to be it's going to be hard. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be difficult. You're not going to want to do it. But just putting that time in, right? Every single day, putting that time in, like, you're going to feel better and better about yourself. All right? And I always felt like I don't need the money. I don't, I'm gonna be good without it. But the older I get, I understand like you really do need that. You definitely knew you need it. Now, if we was in a world, if we lived in a world where money and monetary value wasn't important, and you didn't really need money to like do the activities, certain activities, and just live a overall comfortable life, that'd be different. But we do. We live in a era where money definitely rules the world. Welcome to the chat. Softball, Carter play Roblox. Welcome to the chat. We live in a society where money definitely runs the world. So you have to make sure that you find some type of niche, find some type of hobby, skill that you can offer the world and literally do that every day. Sharpen it up every single day. Laura, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Laura. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Laura. Okay, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday. Appreciate you coming into the chat. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you for coming in, tuning in. Um, so find a skill that find something that you particularly love or like to do a lot, right? Sharpen that up at a very young age, and once you get older, you definitely will be able to live the life that I feel honestly, if you work on your skill sets now, when you get older, you'll be able to live the life that you really want to. Everything is not going to be peaches and cream, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're definitely going to hit some walls, right? You're going to hit some walls. You're going to hit some obstacles. You're going to go through some tribulations. But all of those obstacles, those tribulations, it builds character and it builds up a person and it makes a person stronger, or it can make a person weaker depending on the mindset. But that's why I said what I said at the beginning of the message. What you look at, what you watch, what you digest, all of that plays a major part. All that plays a major part. I've been doing a routine for almost a year now, and I was doing 500 push-ups and 500 calf raises literally for the 15th of September. I think it'll make it a year. But I fell off the past week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And I'm not saying I didn't do it, but it bothers me because I still want to make time to do it. And I've been going live and doing it. It's like whenever you commit to something, like you want to do it. And when you don't do it, you feel like I feel like I let myself down. Not other people too much, but the more I do things and other people are watching, I do feel like I'm letting other people down. And the reason why is because I've been committed and I've been doing the same routine over and over and over again. And the more you do a routine, right, the more time you put into a routine, like you definitely feel a certain type of way. And that's how I be feeling sometimes. So I know, honestly, I know later on, and I don't know when everything that I'm doing is going to pay off. It just gets frustrating sometimes because I don't really know when. And it's be like, dang, man, I want that right now. I want it right now. Or sometimes I feel like I'm being punished of what I've done in the past. And I know that what I did in the past wasn't beneficial to me or others, you know. So this is my message to anybody that's watching, right? Just be very mindful of what you do. All right, be very mindful how you treat people, what you say to people, what you do to people, because guys, you never know when all of that stuff will circle round like a boomerang and hit you, and then you have to go through that suffering, pain, suffering, obstacles, Hard times create and build character. Okay? That's something that you cannot avoid. You can't dodge it. You can't dodge it. You have to go through it. And honestly, I just wish that I would I wish I would have made better choices at an earlier age. And I'm not saying that I made a lot of bad choices, but I know that I could have made way better choices than I made when I was younger. And I'm still young, but I'm not young no more. So I'm getting older, and I know that pretty soon, like, it's no excuse, you know, once you hit a certain platform, right? Eric, welcome to the chat. Once you hit a certain age, like, you have to speed up the process of whatever you're doing. You know, in your 20s, you have time to mess up. 30s, you got a little bit of time to mess up too. But once you hit your 40s and 50s, guys, like, you really need to make sure that you have some type of plan. You got to have some type of plan. You just don't want to be guessing. And sometimes I feel like, even with the YouTube, me posting on my platforms, social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok, sometimes I feel like I just be guessing and hoping. Wake up in the morning, well, I hope this goes viral. Hopefully I can get monetized. That's not a way to live, guys, because you're always on the edge. And if you're always on the edge, it's only a matter of time before you fall off. So it's like, I don't want to be on the edge. I want to create a solid foundation so I don't have to worry about falling off. If I do fall, I can fall and get back up. It's hard to fall when you're on the edge and you just keep falling, and then you end up breaking something or you end up dying. And I'm just speaking in metaphors right now. But my main the main theme of this whole message for you is to just work hard. All right, work hard at a very, very early age. Find you a skill, build that skill, sharpen that skill, and don't really look back. There's nothing wrong with reflecting, but don't look back. All right, it's so hard, especially these days, to get off focus. The phones are at an all-time level of, like, you can just get addicted just to scrolling, looking at other people's life, right? And let's be honest, some of the content that we do see is so fascinating. It's hard for us to take our eyes off of it. But you definitely can, whatever you want to do in this world, you definitely can do it. All right, you definitely can do it. There's no excuses. You just gotta put that work in. A lot of us not willing to put the work in. When I was younger, I thought I was putting a lot of work in, and I feel like, to an extent I was, but I could have put in way more work. I could have put in way more work. And so, I'm a big believer in informing all the youth, anybody younger than me, you in your 20s, in your 30s too, because I'm in my 30s, but if you're in your early 30s, you're in your early 20s, even if you're in a teen, don't take this time for granted. Don't make the excuse to be like, I'm young, I got all the time, because you really don't, okay? If you're 12 years old right now, my guy, my girl, bro, sis, you're getting up in age. 10 years from now, you're going to be 22. All right? If you're 12. All right? If you're 22 right now, in 10 years, you're going to be 32 in 10 years. If you're 32 now, in 10 years, you're going to be 42. Guys, time doesn't wait on anybody. And the more you say that to yourself, I got plenty of time, the faster time goes. Now, I don't know if we're in a race against time. I don't know if every year they speed time up, if they speed the clocks up. I don't know. All I know, we don't have time to play. You don't have time to play because it's real life that's going on around us all the time. All the time, real life is going around us. I told myself before the end of the year, I'm gonna definitely be more stern, and I'm going to be way more brutal when it comes to just work. And when I say brutal, it's like just at your face every day, being consistent, even when I don't feel like it. utilizing all of my time. Now, of course, you got to make some time for yourself. You got to make time for your children, especially if you have kids, right? You have to manage your time pretty. Uh, you got to manage your time in the best way that you can. Okay, like you got to know how to utilize it, and you got to know how to proportion your time. Because if you don't, you can get wrapped up in just doing things for you. My parents, when I was younger, made sure that we had some great experiences as children, as teenagers, as young adults. All right. And they still do to this day. And you being a parent, it's a job that's never ending and it's going to last forever. It's a job that will never get old. Even if you are an uncle, you're a guardian, you're an auntie, you're a grandmother, you're a papa, right? It's a job that will never end. You know, it never ended. Everybody gets affected by different choices that families make, that people in families make. Everybody gets affected unless you're one of those people that's, you castrate yourself away from everybody and you're just one entity yourself and you're not basically conversing or you don't have no type of relationship to any of your family members. If you're one of those people, God bless you, but I feel like if you are related to a person and you do have some type of relationship with a person, especially family, blood, excuse me, you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do what you can do to help. I'm not trying to say uh, you want to handicap a person, but you do what you can, to help as much as possible. All of that right there has to do with time, and it can definitely affect you as far as accomplishing your goals. Mr. Double Tap, welcome to the chat. Just giving a message to the people right now, just letting people know not to waste time. Time is too valuable. Time is going by extremely quick every single day. And have a plan, utilize that plan, and stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Don't say you're too young or I got plenty of time because in all actuality, guys, we don't. Like I'm literally watching time just go by every single day. And I don't want to be so captivated by time and I don't want to just let time consume me as far as I feel like I can't do anything. I'm going with the motions. All right, like you need your rest. You need time to yourself. You need time to reset. Um, but if you really want to have a solid foundation, start now. Start early because living life on the edge is not fun, and it puts you in a position where you feel like you're always stressed um, and really depressed. A person that's on the edge, battles that depression, battles stress, battles a lot of pressure. I'd rather be on a solid foundation, like I said before, than on the edge because it's only one or two things that can happen on the edge, right? You fall off or you get hurt really badly. Worst case scenario, die. I wanted to swing by for a couple minutes to say thank you for helping me. I'm still clean from cutting and my cleaner. Great, great. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. So you should be, honestly, Mister. You should be almost at the. I ain't gonna say almost at the end of the road, but you should be a little bit closer to finishing um, clinicals. And one reason why I'm saying that because the end of the year is approaching. I'm glad that you been staying clean and your clinical work is doing really good. Like I said before, earlier this summer, like you have a story and you will definitely be that nurse, that doctor that people can definitely relate to whenever they coming in for those procedures and for help because you've been through it. Salute, salute, Mister. Appreciate that. But it's just a message for everybody, just to stay focused. It's going to be hard, but it's always going to be a challenge before the rainbow, before the peace. It's always going to be chaos. And it's always going to be some type of distress before you reach that goal. I mean, that's just what it is. I like to compare a lot of situations to food and cooking. Whenever you have to cook, right? Like it's a lot of things you have to do. You have to prep, right? You have to make sure your dishes are washed. You got to make sure you got the right materials. And if you don't have that, right, you got to go get it. All of that's time consuming, right? And then you got to prep. You got to prep. You got to prepare. And once you prepare, you got all your materials and you start preparing. Now the real challenge come in. Are you willing to sit through the time so you can make sure that meal tastes good? So you can sit down, eat that meal, and enjoy that meal. It takes time, guys. The microwave, nah, it, it's an instant fix, right? Going to the fast food, it's an instant fix. Going and buying food from a restaurant, it's an instant fix. But whenever you create and make something from scratch, it seems like it just lasts longer. And it's the same thing with building a foundation via social media or in the physical realm, like you just creating your own business or you creating some type of consistency or commitment with anything you're trying to be great at, right? It takes time. Guys, I'm not going to talk your head off. I've been talking a little bit too much today. Like I said, this is a message for you. Don't give up. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay committed. Until the next time, guys, you can do it. It's going to be hard. I got faith in you. Have faith in yourself. Until the next time, stay focused, stay blessed, stay motivated. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can stay notified. And until the next conversation,